We have with us today Ambassador David Friedman, who served as America's envoy to the State of Israel from 2017 to 2021. He's speaking to us from the U.S. Welcome, Ambassador Friedman.
Thank you, Mayan. Great to be with you.
So President Joe Biden has admitted that the U.S. was and would withhold arms from Israel if it launched a full-scale attack on Rafah in Gaza, a move perceived by some as tipping the scales in favor of Hamas, and during the time that we are trying to negotiate for our hostages. Given this stance, could you explain why the administration might choose to seemingly distance itself from Israel, especially why critical hostage negotiations are going on that involve American citizens?
Well, I've said this publicly already. I think this has been a great betrayal of Israel by President Biden. I think the motivation is entirely political. I think his campaign people are telling him that he has to show more, if you will, I hate the word, but some more balance in favor of the Palestinians and the radicals who are protesting across the United States. Because this is really an unprecedented and terrible thing. Israel cannot win this war unless it destroys the 4 remaining battalions in the south. That's over 4,000 terrorists. What he's basically saying to Israel is, I'm not going to let you win this war. And not only is that terrible for Israel, it makes it almost impossible to negotiate for the hostage return. And I think it creates enormous daylight that I think not only Hamas, but other countries and rogue groups that hate Israel will use to their advantage. So this was exactly the wrong decision, and I'm deeply, deeply concerned about it, and frankly, I'm angry about it.
And with the U.S. election just 6 months away, a victory for Donald Trump could potentially see you returning to the White House. I mean, considering Trump's previous support for Israel, but also acknowledging his recent comments and, the apparent strains in his relationship with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, do you think Trump will maintain the same level of support for Israel if he's reelected? And, what moves could we expect him to make to show that support?
Yeah, I think he will. I'm quite confident that he will. Look, just last night, he put out a statement about Biden's betrayal of Israel, that he wouldn't do it, that Israel has to defeat Hamas decisively and as quickly as possible. And, I think his view would be very different. Look, I think in a nutshell, the Trump approach to Israel when it comes to war, and I know this because this was the approach we took when I was in office, is that Israel is a trusted friend and an ally. They fight wars in the most ethical manner, and they have the capability to know how to fight a war. And the United States will support Israel when it is attacked. It will help them defend themselves against these brutal, cruel enemies. And we're not going to micromanage, and we're not going to tell Israel what to do, and we're going to give Israel whatever support it needs, whether it's diplomatic, whether it's financial, whether it's ammunition. And that's it. We're not going to be sending people every 2 weeks or every week, whether it's Austin or Blinken or Sullivan showing up every week in the war cabinet to micromanage this. That's not the way we would handle it, just the opposite.
Ambassador, 7 months ago, Israel was close to a peace deal with Saudi Arabia. Then the events of October 7th happened, and it derailed those plans. Do you feel that after last month's Iranian attack and the unprecedented ability for us to work together in the region, that this hope for a peace agreement can be renewed?
I think it can. I think what Biden did this week was to send exactly the wrong type of signal to the region that would give America the credibility to move forward on this. Look, these are deals that were based on trust, real trust, real sense that America will be there to project its strength and its values and its influence into the region to maintain stability and to fend off the Islamic Republic of Iran. That's really the messaging that needs to come out of the United States. Now, when Biden, stands up 2 days ago at a ceremony for Yom HaShoah and says, my commitment to Israel is ironclad, and the next day he says to Israel, I'm not going to let you defeat Hamas, which is the modern-day equivalent of Nazi Germany. that's exactly the wrong thing to say when you're trying to build trust. And so I think what he did great damage to the prospects of normalization with any more Arab countries. I think Lindsey Graham made the same comment yesterday. But again, look, I'm pretty confident that Trump's going to win the election. I'm pretty confident that the policy towards Israel is going to change. And I think that will then create a renewed opportunity to expand the Abraham Accords.
And Ambassador, one final question for tonight. What would you like to wish Israel on its 76th birthday?
Well, look, I love this country. I love Israel. I love all of its people, right, left, secular, religious. I think they're an amazing people. I think notwithstanding the failures of October 7th, and there were many, and I'm sure those will be vetted over time, but the people of Israel, the army, the security forces, the donors, all the people engaging in civil service, the first responders, have engaged in collective help, and I guess I would say in Hebrew, Mesirat Nefesh, that I've never seen before. I think they're incredible people, and I really love them. I'm very proud of them as a Jew, and I wish that my grandchildren and their children are continuing, maybe to appear on ILTV with your grandchildren in 75 years or 100 years, continuing to talk about the incredible advancements of the great state of Israel.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Friedman. Happy holiday.
Same to you. Thank you so much.